Hello, I'm Steve Phillips, and welcome to the birth of a podcast where we and you review the latest and best in listening literature. And like all births, this is going to hurt, which is the book that starts off the first audiobook club. So some new podcast housekeeping. Here's the intention. We'll review an audiobook every week, talking about the content, of course, but also how it's performed. You'll notice I keep saying we. Joining me now is one of our two regular contributors, Matthew Layton. Matthew, how are you?
I'm very well, Steve. How the devil are you?
Can't complain, thanks. Who'd listen? So, audiobook clubs, what is the intention here?
Well, it's an idea that you and I have been talking about for a couple of years, and it all came about... I did a lot of reading for my university degree, and then I went to work and stared at a computer monitor for 10 hours a day, and you were there for some of those 10-hour days.
Yeah, I was, yeah.
And they started early in the morning, and the last thing you want to do, particularly I have a visual impairment, so the last thing I wanted to do after squinting at a computer screen all day was go home and squint at a paperback book. So I went for about 15 years without reading a book. And I tried the audiobook thing when they were on CDs. And it was just a bit messy. I kept using them as coasters and losing them down the back of the sofa. And then it all came out on the app. And you know, we are going to be using Audible a lot. But I found it's actually... You know, without being biased in a particular commercial direction, I found it's changed my life. And I think you found that. We went out for a pint a couple of years ago and I actually had something to talk about for a change.
I know, but it was good not to have silence. It was great, yeah.
And then we sort of came around to this idea. And it's something we've both wanted to do for a while. And as yet, no one has succeeded in doing an audiobook review podcast. Now, judging by the fact that you and I couldn't get hold of the right Twitter handle, the right .com, or indeed the Facebook page, it looks like some people have tried and failed. But you know us.
Matthew, no, it's really important to know that we could be the latest people to fail in this audio book review podcast genre. It does make it. I mean, you've got a good point there. Is that in that the actual form, the medium of audiobooks now is proliferating so much. So many people are now listening, and it's in addition to visual impairments, it's people just don't have the time anymore to sit and read a book, and they're listening to audiobooks as they do other stuff. You know, doing the washing, or you know, they're having their nostrils permed or whatever they might be doing, and I've read so much in the last couple of years or so that I would never have normally read. And I say read, it's cheating because I've been listening. But I remember I got given the Steve Jobs autobiography. I didn't actually read the book, but I downloaded the audiobook, and I just couldn't... I know what's the audio version of not being able to put something down, but I just couldn't turn it off, if you know what I mean. And that has really got me into the form. I
had the same thing. Funnily enough, the book that we're reviewing in our first podcast, which is This Is Going to Hurt, The Secret Diary of a Junior Doctor, that was recommended to me by my dad at Christmas, and he picked up the copy of the book to lend to me. And I went, no, Dad, it's all right. I will be able to talk to you about this in a week, but I don't need your copy of the book. And that to him was magic voodoo. But seriously, it has changed my life, and I know for a lot of people, as you say, not just visually impaired people, but busy people as well, it has made a real difference. And it surprises me that nobody's come up with this fool idea before, or at least seen it through.
So let's take a look at this book then, and we both audibly read it, if you know what I mean. So this is Going to Hurt by Adam Kay, who's now a comedian, a script writer, but of course formerly a junior doctor. Without sort of spoiling it too much, what did you make of the book? It was read by him as well. What were your first thoughts of it?
Normally, when you see that the author's read the book, you get a feeling of dread, sort of shivers down the back of your spine. There's one particular series.
Really?
Oh, absolutely. There's one that
I prefer. I'm the other way. Yeah.
Oh, well, look, if it's a professional, it's fine. And as much as in his little tweet to us earlier on, Adam said that he was an amateur, he's not. He's not an amateur. He's skilled at writing and delivering. My kids listen to a series called The Magic Tree House, and the woman who wrote the book has been told that she would be okay to read the audiobook. In fact, all 60 of the books in the series, and I'm just fed up. And Jack and Annie went to Mount Vesuvius, and people were destroyed by molten rivers of lava, and they escaped with their library card. So, not...
Who was reading that?
I don't necessarily think when I see that the author is reading the book that it's a good thing, but in this case, it really was. I don't think we're giving away too much. I think we're trying to be positive about this stuff, to say that we both really enjoyed the book. I mean, is that fair to say?
Oh, definitely. I mean, I hadn't heard of this book until it got pointed out to me by yourself as a suggested title. There's if I may, as a prelude to what people have been saying online. Anna McMahon said, just finished the audiobook of This Is Going to Hurt, made me laugh, gasp, cry, and get really bloody angry. Brilliant and searing. Another note, can really recommend This Is Going to Hurt by Amateur Adam, Adam K. This is from Christian J. It's an audiobook read aloud by the author. So many relatable stories about being a junior doctor, and great delivery as well. And a story from Rachel Richards on Twitter, and this was sent a little while ago. We didn't realise that our child in the back of our car has stopped watching her DVD and started listening to us, listening to This Is Going to Hurt. Voice from the back seat, what's w***ing? Husband grips steering wheel and stares ahead whilst I explain. And this is where you, dear listener, come in. We want to know what you thought of This Is Going to Hurt by Adam K, what you liked about it, what you thought about how Adam read that book as well. Tell us what you think. Give us your unexpurgated views of This Is Going to Hurt by Adam K. Use our hashtag, which is Audiobook Club. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Audiobook Club. We're also on Instagram as well. Our account is Audiobook Show on there. And tell us what you think.
So, Steve, how can we listen to this audiobook club of yours?
Well, Matt, I'm glad you asked me that question. You can listen to the first show. It drops on the 1st of March on Zone 1 Radio, on DAB Digital Radio in London or anywhere else in the world, including Apple and Google Podcasts. We're also on Spotify as well. Just search for Audiobook Club, and I can't wait.
Zone 1 Radio.
I love the way you said drops. You're so hip-hop.
Yeah, I know. Well, I know. This is what I hear when I hear people at work who are much younger than me. They say, this is dropping, that's dropping, this is dropping, everything's dropping. Yeah, it just drops.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever think about switching insurance companies to see if you could save some cash? Progressive makes it easy to see if you could save when you bundle your home and auto policies. Try it at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states.